Fahrenheit 451 is a classic novel and honestly one of a kind, written by Ray Bradbury. And this novel, on the surface, may seem like it's about this completely different dystopia in society, but when you actually read into the actual words and meaning behind it, it is very similar to when it was written all the way in the 1960s, but also even now in society, even more than it was, with the integration of so many new aspects with new technologies and everything. And you can really see, because this is taking place in a futuristic world, where there's screens and the parlors, as they like to call them in the book, where you can literally see that happening now, 40 years later after the book has been written. It is such a interesting take, and it's crazy to see how the author of the book, Ray Bradbury, was able to encapsulate the way that the human society as a whole works, and how this story is so telling about how we as a people can become almost zombified with everything that is going around us on a day-to-day basis. It follows this main protagonist named Guy Montag, and in this alternate universe, or was, as I like to call it, a dystopia, they don't encourage knowledge. They want everyone to be the same, want the same things, do the same things, and just crave in just very superficial things for like instant happiness, instant gratification that's not real meaning. And Guy Montag was one of these firefighters that burn books and burn knowledge. They get rid of knowledge. It's not even a part of society anymore. They don't learn. They're taught specific ways, and that's it. That this is the way it is, nothing more. And a lot of people are happy with that life and comfortable, and they're so used to it, they don't want to, even if they're given knowledge. Even with the side character, Montag's wife, Mildred, when presented with this newfound knowledge, she rejects it because she's so comfortable in this numb way of being and just being neglectful and not even wanting to educate herself, because society has warped her whole reality, where this is the only thing that she wants, is to just be wrapped up in her fake televisions with her fake family. And honestly, that is so telling. It's so weird how, it's not surprising that you can predict that this would happen in 2026, but it's true, because this is literally happening today on a day-to-day basis. You literally see everybody out there, literally, that technology has become their lives. And I know there's like jobs where you can have it online, where you can stream and all of those things, and that's its own thing on its own. But aside from that, people have really gotten attached to things that aren't even real, and things that honestly and quite frankly don't even matter. And it just really reflects society right now and censorship, and it's happening right now in this day and age. And we see it all the time in media. And it's honestly quite sad that we were able to predict this, and that society has become this predictable. But it's honestly kind of beautiful that in this book, it's literally just proving that we are smarter than we think we are, and it's not impossible for us to wake up. And that's what the story proves, is that there's this whole outside people that are determined to save this knowledge. Guy Montag goes out into the forest after he's discovered with the books that he swore to destroy, and finds this whole society of people that want to keep this knowledge, that are determined, remember the old ways before everything was erased. People that went to universities, professors, and befriends them and joins them. And I think that is the moral of the story, is that we should never lose sight of what matters. And society can really just put us in this direction and say, this is what you're going to think. This is what you're going to do. These are your priorities. And a lot of us are starting to follow it. And in the story you see it, Mildred will follow it. And ultimately, betray Montag, and she has her mind so warped that she genuinely believes that this digital screen is her real family and nothing else matters. And that's genuinely, in the book it's supposed to be like, okay, like that's crazy, it's not real. But no, I've seen people that are like so warped up and so wrapped up into online stuff. Like there's like AI chatbots online, or like AI like girlfriends or whatever it may be, right? But people have begun to talk to them like they're real people, and even like AI therapists, they've to talk to them and have truly believe in their minds that this is real, this is a real person, like fully believing that they get so warped up in this reality. And mind you, AI is dangerous, and it will tell you to do things once you start talking to it, once you get attached, once like your mind has tricked you into believing this is a real person, this is a real conversation, I should trust them and everything that they say. It gets really bad and it's really dangerous. And the fact that Coco, shut up, sorry, that we were able to predict this, and the fact that it's happening now more than ever, and that this whole new technology that we have founded has made us be in this haze basically, is insane. And Ray Bradbury predicted this, and in the story, the people that are awake, as you call it, can see it. Not only Guy Montag, but everybody outside that knows that knowledge is the answer. And even Mildred, the girl that showed Guy Montag that there's more to life than not even truly living it, not truly asking questions, not truly experiencing the beauty of existing. And the higher ups in the world, and this happens in real life too, the government in Fahrenheit 451 wants it to stay this way. This is how they keep the people down. This is how they keep the people uniformed and silent. They don't want any issues. And it's happening now. It's happening now. The government wants us to be silent. The government wants us to not think. They don't want us to wake up. They don't want us to wake up. That's why they're implementing all of these new technologies. That's why they're pushing AI. Companies are pushing AI. They're pushing all this new shit, all this new stuff. All this new stuff that can get us distracted from that things that actually matter, from the things that we should be focusing on. No, ignore that. Look at this new thing. Look at this new thing. Look at these new materialistic items. Don't you want them? You need them. Everybody else has them. Why don't you have them? Get it. It's not that expensive. Literally, that was also happening in the book. Like, oh, I need a new parlor. I need a new TV screen on the fourth wall. And literally, Mildred was telling Guy Montag, we need that new screen. That's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that matters. I need that new screen, or else there's no point. Like, what? Like, it sounds so bizarre in the book, but when you realize that this is actually happening, this is how actual people think right now. I need this new phone. I need this new product. I need it now. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense to me. It's scary, bro. It's really scary that this is actually happening right now. And we've all felt for it. All of us have wanted to be a part of what everybody else is trying to promote. Because even social media has heightened this issue with paying people to advertise it and be a part of it. And if you're not a part of it, you're not cool. You're not it, I guess. And I've fallen for it too. I've wanted to be a part of the collective because I thought that was the only thing that mattered. Because I wanted to feel like I mattered, because they make the things that don't matter matter. Just like in the book. And that's crazy. I don't know if there is any solution to this issue, because I want society to wake up, the majority of society, because I know there's a whole large collective out there that are awake, that have been awake, that have seen the real issues at hand and things that matter, and are thinking in waking up, but I don't know how necessarily we can get the rest of the world to understand that this matters. The things that the government thinks and want to put in your brains that you should matter and care about don't is hard for me to figure out. Like, how will society wake up? And I feel like we might get there one day, but I also think that humankind is very gullible, but we're also very smart. So it's a very good book. It's a really good book, and it really made me think about the parallels and everything I've explained. It just really got my mind thinking about it all. And as I was reading it, I got enveloped into that world, and it really felt like I was like there in the moment with Guy Montag. And I don't know, it's a scary feeling to know that like this is like, it's not fiction. It's not just a story. This is happening. I've seen it happen. I've been a part of the collective, and I want people to break free and realize that being so connected to your phone, being so connected to these superficial things, it's not healthy, it's normalized, and it's wrong. And the sooner that people wake up, the sooner that we can unite, because all of this just creates division. Not only are they just trying to distract us, the society, the government, but they're trying to divide us at the same time. And we see it right now. We are getting divided online over stupid things too. It's crazy. So I really enjoyed this book. It's an eye-opener, because I've always thought about this. I like that, people are very caught up with this online thing that we all have going on, and, things that don't matter, like, that we shouldn't prioritize, but we do because everybody else tells us to. But it really just got me thinking about it more, and I hope that it makes other people think more, and I hope that people continue to learn. There will always be people that want to learn, but I feel like I want the majority to start realizing that and stop just thinking and worrying and caring about things that don't matter. But I truly believe if more people have the will to wake up, that it will happen. But yeah, hopefully like podcasts help, like books continue to help, and that they get integrated with technology, and that's a great thing, honestly. So I just hope that people learn and that people read Fahrenheit 451 as well, because the more people that do, the more people will realize and wake up. So I enjoyed this book a lot.